Let's assume that this is what the opinion of these people is. What purpose does that serve in Oro Valley? I don't remember being overwhelmed by management decisions for the police department. Seems like the only people who bring this up in the few occasions is here are a select few on council. I don't see any problem. I don't remember getting emails from the chief or from our town manager suggesting we had a terrible system. It wasn't working. There were problems. There were issues. People were leaving the town. Fires are burning, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. This is the way we do it in Oro Valley. It's not a bad thing. In my mind, we hire the guy. We're going to control him. We're going to fire him if we don't like him. It's just that simple. Just like the town manager, just like the town attorney, whatever it is. We have a system that seems to work. It works for us. If it didn't work for these people and they needed some guidance, there it is. But this is working. If you find another way, I don't see the problem. That's just that simple for me.
Councilman Stein.
I take issue with the fact that we do a terrible, disgusting, awful job with the management of public safety. I think we vetted a guy who can manage it for us, and he does. He reports to us. I am shocked that anyone would say, I don't agree with if it ain't broken, don't fix it. That doesn't make sense to me. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. This is a policy decision. We're going to make it here at council, and that's it. And I'm going to say this rudely. It doesn't matter what he thinks. We have a system that works. He's working with the town manager. There seems to be a majority that thinks that's a good idea. Let's vote.
Okay, I'll start with hypocrisy knows no bounds. I'll tell you that right now. It's amazing how the only position that's up for discussion is the chief of police. And it's amazing how it always follows on the heels of an issue stemming from the police department budget. There was no other budget that was vetted as thorough as the police department. The same questions year in and year out, and I've been here 3 years, get asked at the same time. So on one hand, Councilmember Burns talks about policy, we shouldn't be in the day-to-day management, yet he professes that we shouldn't have take-home cars. Now, I'm not sure what's policy and what's not policy. So day-to-day operations contractually, the chief of police has agreed with the town manager to report to him for day-to-day management. I'll tell you, this council has never sat with the chief of police because Chief Sharp and Greg Caden work hand in hand to make sure that the police department upholds the policy of this 7-member panel, which is we want public safety. And I don't think anything has suffered. I think it's a smokescreen, and I think that because the police department budget didn't happen to go certain council members' way, this is why it's being brought up. Let's just call a spade a spade. I mean, you know, if the budget went the way, I don't think we'd be having this conversation, and that's the bottom line. It's as simple as that. So, and to sit here and bicker about who the chief of police should report to, when we still have the #1 SRO program, we still have the #1 chief of police who is sought after nationally, and to have the minority of this council disrespect the chief of police where everybody else reveres him, I take strong exception to that.
This is being singled out for a reason I have no idea, and I cannot support having someone who's been on an employment contract be in conflict with the town code. I'm going to say one final thing. This is an issue of a contract and the code being out of compliance as well. And it's not personality, it has nothing to do with Chief Sharp. This is why we corrected it in 2011. I see no reason to change it. So thank you.
Julie,
when the current structure was not in effect, that period was so destructive in so many ways to the police, to the council. I would hesitate to endorse it returning to that kind of thing as long as things are moving as slowly as they are. To take any political calculations back behind closed doors rather than off the dais is a political danger. Now you can talk about political. It goes both ways, and the way it is right now is just fine with me.